Yay, we won. We did what we were supposed to do. We beat a shitty team that's worse than us. Congrats. Welcome, everybody, to the Monday morning quarterback show. I've got my coffee. Chris, you got yours ready to go?
Hell, I'm too quiet to you drink coffee right now. I'm gonna tell you why in 1 second.
So, this guy runs on Duncan. So, welcome, everybody, to the show. So, we're going to hit a few subjects today. People aren't going to be happy with me today. I can tell you that right now.
No,
But before we get into that, there's a certain person I'm sharing the screen with right now. I'm 401 Raider Jeff. This is my partner, Chris, 4 Raiders. He's got some exciting news to lay upon us before we get into talking to the chat and getting the show rolling. So, Chris, I'm going to give you the floor. I'll give you your moments of fame here. So go for it, brother.
Well, here it is. My first time going to Allegiant Stadium. Now, my best friend in the whole world, 15 years, called me up because his brother-in-law has season tickets. He called me on Saturday about 1 o'clock my time, Pacific time. Hey, we'll go to the game. I said, sure, when? He said,
Move the mic
tomorrow.
close.
Oh, he said tomorrow. Tomorrow, last minute. Now, I think it's only 3 hours and 15 minutes away from my house. So I said, man, I have to pack, get ready to go. We get there, go to an Irish pub, man, had like some 16-year-old Irish whiskey and some foods and all that stuff. Passed out this morning, got the tickets together. We get there. We're like 2 5-year-old kids in the zoo. Lost as fuck. We didn't know where we were going. We didn't know where to park because God said you need a parking pass. His brother-in-law has season tickets. He don't get parking passes. He stayed in Mandalay Bay and they walk across that bridge. So we were going around like a chicken with a head cut off. Like, look, where we got to park at? So we parked the outskirts. And mind you, I'm disabled. So we walked a quarter mile, got to the stadium. Went to the wrong entrance. Had to walk around halfway around the stadium. And we get to this one spot where I saw the blue light. It said handicap. I walked right in. Didn't have to wait in line to get the tickets and all that stuff. Walked right in. And they had wheelchairs. I mean, the hospitality in Vegas is so fucking awesome, especially at Allegiant Stadium, that they take care of you. And it was like, wow, this is great. But the main story is, Jeff, guess what happened? Yeah, guess what? We got to our seats. We were sitting the right numbers row, the right seat numbers, wrong section. Because this couple came up and looked at us like, this your seats? Yes. And they said nothing about it. They sat next to us and we were talking, having fun. Started fourth quarter. The guy asked me, do you come to the game often? This is my first time coming. I said, oh, yeah. Well, if you need seats, because this is my seats. And my buddy said, no, this is our seats. It's my brother-in-law season tickets. He looked at the ticket and said, yeah, 441. They say, no, this is 442. Huh? We were in the wrong section the whole game, damn near the whole game, 3 quarters. But he didn't say nothing because he still thinking on ticket match. I guess the guy didn't show up. So he said, no, you over there. So we kind of stood up, look, yeah, those 2 seats are empty. Those are our seats over there on the other section. But here's the good news about that. He has 4 seats in that section we're in. I got ticket contact. He said, you want to come to the game, give me a call, email, whatever. I'll say tickets, we'll bypass Ticketmaster, so we have to pay that big ass fee. I'll say straight out. So as far as we didn't win, that was great. But again, like you said, against a team that we should be on paper. And by the way, I got to do this right quick. And we should have been on paper, yeah, of course. But remember, my prediction was we would lose this team. So I made a bet with Barry, Nate, Jason. I think I told you guys. We gotta do this. Well, is it? I gotta shave my head. I said if the Reds win, I'll shave my head. So here it is. Here it is, guys. But the experience was great. They did the people at the Allegiant Stadium. You ever go there, Jeff? I wish you would come one day.
I'll get there someday.
They take care of the rare nation. They are so kind, so nice. I'm sure it's everywhere else too, but I never experienced that before. Even when I went to LA Coliseum. I mean, it was great. But that's enough of my excitement. We won. Let's wrap this up. Let's talk about the good and the bad about this team.
All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. You did get to see a win, as lackluster as it was. You did get to see a win.
Oh, by the way,
we're gonna get in. Go ahead.
Oh, by the way, you went to the first game, right? We won. I went this game. We won. So we should go to a lot of games together.
Well, I'm going to the Philly game, so hopefully that translates. We'll find out in a couple of months.
Yeah, right.
So let's do this first. Let's check in with the chat because the chat's banging right now. We got a ton of people in here with us. So we've got Jack Gustafaste. What's up, brother? How you doing? Sacktown Mike's here.
Hey,
Jason Downs is here. I'm Not Bueno is here. Raider Paul's in the house. Where are we? Let's give him this.
Oh, yeah, by the way, just to cut you off on chat, hey, chat, important. I had pictures. They did a halftime ceremony with Eric Allen.
Oh, yeah, you got his Hall of Fame ring.
Yeah, I got pictures up.
So Goober de Goober is here. Good Lord.
Good name.
John Raid is in the house. This is the only one we're getting now with Force Clubs. Yeah, we're going to get into that, trust me, because I got a lot to say about this.
Me too.
Let's see, who else is here? I saw someone else. Nora's here. Raid is here. Jay is here from Just Raiders, baby.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Make sure you guys check him out tonight. He's got a Monday night show he does every Monday night, so make sure you check out Just Raiders, baby, tonight. He's also on with me on Wednesday nights on the Raider Connection with Leo and LV Raider 10. Let's see. I Love Speed is here. Kansas Catfish is here.
Ooh, a lot of guys checking in.
Neil is here. What's up, Neil? How you doing, brother?
A lot of guys checking in. Thanks for coming, guys.
I Am Punchy. Bones is here. Frank Webb is here. Charm City's here.
Frank. What's up, Frank?
See, that's everybody that's mentioned something in the chat so far. If I missed anybody, I apologize. We're rolling pretty heavy in here this morning right now. So, with that being said, Chris, I am glad you had a hell of a time. I'm jealous that you got to Allegiant.
Well, wait a minute. How you jealous? You went to a game and got on TV. I didn't get on TV, so how you jealous?
Well, I mean, that's different, but I would give up being that on TV for those 10 seconds I was on TV for to be sitting at Allegiant to watch a game, especially if they win. So,
okay.
That would encompass my full experience at that point after all these fucking years. What's up, Raider Travis? What's going on, brother?
I'll give you that.
Yeah. So, yes, we won. Yay. We did what we were supposed to do against a shitty Tennessee team. It was the battle of two of the worst teams in the league. We came out victorious. 20-10 was the win. 20's not enough.
Could have been more.
We should have won. We had ease. This was a game we could have dropped a 40 bomb. And
Easily. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Defense obviously played great. But again, how much joy can you take out of this victory other than the fact that we got another win, a second win of the season with 2-4? The defense did exactly what we thought they were going to do. Maxx had an incredible penetration back there, getting into the backfield, being disruptive, 2 sacks. I don't even know how many. I think it was like 9 QB pressures. He did what he was supposed to do. The front line did what they were supposed to do. Offense didn't do shit. And you know why? Because that offensive line was, again, shown how bad they were.
Forsythe is a piece of shit.
The whole team.
Let's say Geno, they do this ran around like he was standing still. Like I like, what the fuck? Get this guy out, man. The people next to me were saying, put Grant in. We were shouting out, put Grant in. He's a rookie. Yeah. Okay, we expect rookie mistakes. But goddamn, dude, you've been in the league for a while. How do you let this guy run past you like that? I mean, that the whole left side is trash. Parham and Forsythe is trash, and
And this right here,
that's most one part of the line. That left side.
and Punchy, I agree. What was with the cuteness of, oh, let's throw the ball to Kappa? Stop dicking around. We're not good enough to pull stupid plays like that shit.
Yeah.
What in the hell are they thinking? Put it in the hands of your playmakers, not some bum offensive lineman. Okay. If everybody thought I was going to come on here and be happy today, yay, we won. Okay, yeah, great, we won. It was a horrible performance. I'm sorry. We beat an inferior team that we should have beaten and should have beaten them even worse than this. I'm not in panic mode, but the writing's on the wall, folks. I don't see us winning any more games the rest of the season. Our schedule is not in our favor. We're coming back after this win, and we got to now go to Kansas City and play the Chiefs, who have had our number for years now. Okay, they're only getting better. They're getting the rest of their offense back this week, and Rice is back now. His suspension is over after the 6 week. 6 weeks was this week we're in right now. So he's back next week. So with our defense and our secondary, Kelsey's going to have his day. He's going to have his day with us. And if anybody watched the game last night, you saw the refs run their pocket too.
The Chiefs beat up on Detroit. Detroit was supposed to have a really good defense.
They didn't beat up on Detroit. They didn't beat up on Detroit. You had to really watch the game last night. Detroit did not get beat up on. Kansas City.
I saw the score like they beat them. I didn't see. I didn't get a chance to watch because I was traveling, but they beat them like pretty convincingly.
If you saw the game, you would see where Kansas City has 0 penalties called against them. 0. Okay. And there was some blatantly obvious, I mean, super obvious calls. One, that Kelsey catch wasn't a catch. The ball hit the ground. They didn't do anything about that. There were numerous holding calls that were so obvious that it wasn't even funny, never were called. The one play that was called on Detroit was when Jared Goff caught the touchdown in the end zone. There was an illegal formation. That was kind of a legit reversal. But took them forever before they decided that's what was going to happen on that. I mean, the offense was already off the field. They were getting ready for the field goal, for the extra point, and then they pulled the touchdown back, and then they went a different route after that. So but it's all shit like that. So
the referees are back on their payroll here, basically.
Oh, yeah. The referees are definitely off the injured list. That's for damn sure. They're back at full force now. What's up, Accelerator? He's in the house, man. Yeah, right now we got the 8th pick in the draft, if you were to look at it right now. So if the season ended right at this moment, right now, the draft order will be, I looked it up last night. So the draft order would be the Jets, the Browns, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Saints, the Titans, the Bengals, and then us. So we hold the 8th pick in the draft if the season were to stop right this moment. Okay? So I honestly don't see us winning another game this year. I really don't. Everybody thought the Giants was going to be a cakewalk. Fuck no, the Giants.
Giants look pretty good. Shit, Giants look good. Jackson out there doing his thing.
Jacksonville, we got after the bye week. We got 2 weeks to prepare for that game. Do you honestly think this team's going to be able to come out and win after preparing for 2? Absolutely not. I just don't see it.
Only way they win is defense did what they did against the Titans. That's the only way we can win because the offense is crappy. There were some players I sat there and watched right there, and we looked at. Oh, by the way, when I was sitting there, there's a kid, got to be at least 12 years old, had more knowledge of the game than a lot of these fans do. This kid was born with Raiders suck, and he's a Raider fan. He had so much knowledge. He even told me, like, did you see that play? Yeah, I saw it. He sure could have. This kid is a Raider fan, and I like that. Thank you for the young folks for being Raider fans, because when you were born, they probably sucked. But anyway, there are a couple plays I look like, why didn't he do this? Of course, he didn't do it. And I told everybody, watch him throw an interception. Like, damn it, 4 plays later, he threw a fucking interception.
And Deez is right. Why don't I feel happy? I don't feel happy. I was excited because we got the win, and I was with all the the chapter members yesterday, so it was great for us because we got the win. but the whole ride home, it's an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute ride home from the location we were at till we get home, and I just was like, yeah,
Well, I was happy
great.
because I was
We
first
won
time.
a game we should have won.
I was
I'll tell
happy.
you right now, it's a good thing we played the Patriots week 1. If we would have played them further, they'd destroy us right now.
Beat us. I was happy because I was
Beat
there
us.
first time in the
They'd
state. That's
fucking
why I was
whack the
happy.
floor with us.
I was happy because I was there at Lee State for the first time in my life, so I was happy with that. And in my point, I didn't care if they went to lose. I just had to be there.
Yeah.
But the defense, for defense, I don't know. It possibly went the other way because a lot of plays the Raiders were running were like didn't make sense. I mean, not Geno, but Gentry did have 23 carries for 75 yards. Okay, but his average down 3.3 because they stacked the box. Okay, good. Change the play calling. What was good and what I saw was I was hoping for, okay, Geno Smith, no more of the long ass passes for interception or overthrow or underthrow, whatever you do that you've been doing. He started dinking and dunking, getting the ball out in short passes to Mayer, Jacoby, and all that stuff, and Tucker. That's when he started doing the rest of the season because let your playmakers make plays. You know what? You ain't got to throw a long ass bomb 34 yards downfield to get the play going. Let your playmakers do it. That's what they're there for. And that's what he did in the game. And I like that aspect of the game. But his holding the ball too long, his decision making, gotta change. Because I also have to say, why is he holding the ball long? And then you throw it and it's incomplete or where he got one pick. Could have had 2 or 3 picks in that game. But good thing the Titans defense is not that good. Do that against Kansas City, they're gonna whoop your ass.
What's up, Predator? What's up, Anthony? I know there's a few others that have popped in, and I kind of keep missing them. I got to catch up here.
I'll go and catch up.
Let's see. What's his name? That was penalty, but the refs saw the replay on the Jumbotron, and that's why they called it. Yep. The referee sent a $2 super chat. We love the Chiefs. They keep our bills paid. Thanks, referees, for the $2 super chat. So if you're keeping your bills paid, you can keep paying my bills too. Appreciate that, refs.
You know who that is.
Refs are helping Travis Swift with the wedding costs. Yeah, no shit, right? The little formation penalty pissed me off how that was called. How the fuck you call a pre-snap penalty after the play or while the field goal team is ready to snap the ball? Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yep. I didn't see
and that's the shit everybody's been talking about with the Chiefs for years. It's stuff that Raider fans have been talking about for years. NFL finally caught up with it last year and suspended some refs. And now the same shit's starting to happen again now that the Chiefs are going to start their resurgence. Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to come firing back on all cylinders now. And they are just going to – I'm telling you, if we win that game next week, then you know what? Then you got me. I was completely wrong, but they're going to wax the floor with us. I like to have hope and doubt. Positivity that we can win every game, but let's be realistic here. You got to take the fan hat off for a minute and just look at the outlay that this team has. Like this particular game right here, right? So the Raiders snapped their 4-game losing streak with a 20-10 win over the Titans. Both these teams came in struggling at 1-4. All right, so it was inevitable. One team was obviously leaving with the loss, and one was getting the win. And we definitely needed this one. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
The defense again carried the day, forcing turnovers, sacks, setting up short field. And again, this is the game that we were supposed to win. There was no doubt that we should have lost this game.
Yeah, I thought it was a trap game. That's why I picked. They probably overlooked this team, knowing they can play Kansas City next week. So they probably like, okay, we'll just play this team and go through the motions. That's why I predicted them to lose this game.
What's up,
but they came out one, but it was a defensive game. It wasn't the offense didn't do crap. They could easily have a 35-3 win easily. But the offense did not perform right. Special teams did play a little better this week. They didn't allow big runs, but all in all, there's a couple plays that Bachman caught the pass. If he had a little more speed, he could have broke for a big game or even a touchdown, but he don't have that speed. So there's a lot of things like you guys can correct this crap. But Raiders going to be the Raiders.
Chris P, I agree 100%. With Rashee Rice back, you're going to get blown out easily. Yeah, it's not going to be a fun game next week.
No, it's not.
Thank God it's a 1:00 game, to be honest with you. The earlier the better, get it over with, and then I can just enjoy the rest of my afternoon after that, because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but again, realistically, putting your fandom aside and just look at it from a football aspect of how the game is played and how we're playing it and how the Chiefs are playing it, I don't have much hope. How can you? And again, everybody in the chat's pretty much saying the same thing. Yeah, we won, but how can you feel good about this? It's horrible. I hate feeling this way. I really do. We shouldn't feel this way after a win. We've been clamoring for a win for 4 weeks now.
It was a win. It was a win on paper. We should have won anyway, but it just like because if it lost, we're going to Chiefs with 1-5, and then we'll probably go 1-6 and go into the bye week. I would say this is a must win. Okay, we're 2-4. All right, we're probably going to buy 2-5. It was a must win for respectability, but we're playing a team that we should beat anyway. But the way you beat them, we should have blew them out the fucking water. It should have been over in the half. It should have been over in halftime.
Well, we're going to get into that because I get some points that I definitely want to hit on, and I don't want to jump too far ahead. But Magic Johnson, I hope you're not talking to Chris and myself about if we weren't born before since the Raiders the last won a Super Bowl. We've both seen us win all 3 Super Bowls. We were both alive and kicking and saw all.
And I was there for one of them.
He was at one of them. Jay even said, he goes, "Yeah, I don't expect us to win next week, but I do think we can get to 6-11 or 5-12. I want us to get to 7-10. Then you better start doing voodoo. You better start hitting tarot cards, seeing whatever you need to do. You better do something, because I don't see. There's no way in hell we're winning 7 games.
You better call Jobu.
If we do, I'll eat my fucking hat if we hit 7 wins. There's just no way. Honestly think after the performance we had yesterday in a win,
I'll be right back, guys,
against a team that's worse than us? Oh, hell no. Let's see. Yeah, we can't. And I keep predicting us to score 30 points until we hit 30. We still haven't. Closest we got was a couple of weeks ago to 24. It's sad that our offense is easily shut down by base cover 2. Yep. Okay, so I'll see you late at 10:15 a.m. 2 wins max. Seen 2 already. Let's see. I've seen. Oh yeah, the Super Bowls. Yeah, I've seen 4. I missed the first one against Green Bay. He said voodoo. I'm not drama. I'm just stating facts, man. Just look at the team. It's not good. What's up, Gio? What's going on, brother? Stir the pot. Yep. Yes, thank you. Make sure you guys hit that sub, hit the notification, hit the thumbs up on the show. Chris and I are both streaming to our respective channels. So with that being said, so let's do this. Let's cover the good first, okay? So on the good side, the defense dominated. We had 6 sacks. We had multiple takeaways. And again, the pressure on Cam Ward, which it needed to be with him being a rookie quarterback. I don't even want to do the show with my hat on my head. No, because it's in serious mode now. But I do need my glasses because I can't see this without it. So, yeah, Cam Ward being a rookie quarterback, getting in his face and just basically disrupting him. And it showed. I mean, he was rattled back there.
Hey, guess what? We had Tyree Wilson showing a couple of times. He actually caused that fumble because I was sitting there, my buddy. He's not football. He's not a football fan. You know, when you watch football, but he's now a converted Raider guy. I just converted him Saturday. Now he's a new Raider man. He sat there and said, "It'd be nice if they sacked him in the end zone." Yeah, it's 2 points. Oh, it's 2 points, right? But we got a fumble. Guess who calls it? Well, it's Tyree Wilson. I was like, what? And he had a couple of plays out there. So defense held they in the bargain. But Jeff, you wanted 30 points, they could easily have 35 points. Easily. Bad calls, bad plays, bad execution. The good was the defense. It wasn't for the defense because this team we should have beat. Why am I sitting in the stands and still nervous about this damn game in the fourth quarter? Especially after they score a touchdown. Why? Because I know offense is not capable to put up more points.
Well, we also went to prevent defense, and everybody knows what that is. It prevents us from winning.
Yeah, prevents winning. That's the same thing. Why we prevent defense? What the fuck?
So getting back to this spot here on the good, Devin White had 9 tackles, a sack, interception, a forced fumble. I mean, he was all over the place. He had one hell of a game. There's no two ways about it. And again, Maxx too. Maxx had 2 sacks, and he was disruptive the whole game back there, which is how it should have been. Again, did anybody mention Kuntz's name during the game?
He got a backfield, but he got a backfield a couple of times I watched, but he didn't do anything. Tyree Wilson actually had a better game than he did from looking at the stands.
Tyree was also in the right spot at the right time a lot of times. But that, again, that just shows you how bad their offensive line is too.
Right.
You know, Maxx was able to have a field day. Devin White had a field day. Mm-hmm. You know, Lalau got in there and got a sack. Butler looked effective. You know, even Tyree, but Tyree got in there and did some things. Mm-hmm. I didn't hear Kuntz.
Nope.
Didn't see anything from him. If I did, I must have missed it because I should have.
I'm still looking. Kuntz was not in on a lot of plays.
Nope.
Yeah, Tyree Wilson. I had Tyree Wilson playing that edge. So I don't know. Kuntz ain't got to his form yet, or if he ever get back to his form we saw in 2023. Don't know. But hopefully he gets there soon. And not then. Good thing they only signed to a 1-year contract because after this year they got to re-sign him. You can walk.
You know, and that's the other thing too. I was going to get into this. Michael Mayer and Ashton Gentry, they definitely provided the red zone that we needed. And I said this Saturday night on the last call podcast with Will and Jason that Michael Mayer needs to be involved. And I said it before the game when 805 was on because he did a live from the bar near the stadium. And I said to him, I said, you know, the one guy that needs to be a factor is Michael Mayer near the red zone. And sure as shit, they got him involved heavily early too, and often. He had a hell of a game, you know, for stepping in for Brock and being that tight end, that safety valve basically. But him getting in the end zone, that was beautiful. That's what we expected from him, and that's what we expected from Brock. To be honest with you, it was more of an red zone presence, especially in the touchdown category. You know, like I expect Brock had 4 touchdowns last year. I was hoping for at least close to 10 this year, just because of his what he does for this team. You know.
Hey, what's up, Coach Gravy? No, I was saying when I was looking at it, they could have drove the ball down the field a lot more effectively and got those touchdowns. You know, they could have got touchdowns. You know, they got field goals, a couple of field goals. Should have had some touchdowns instead. I was going to say it could have been 35. They could have 35. Not necessarily in the first half, but they could have had 35 points. Because there's a lot of situations like you guys are right there. Then the play calling or the execution wasn't there. They had self a field goal. You know, that's what I'm saying. 35, they could have got 35.
Donuts Duncan says Kuntz had a few tackles in the run game early. Yeah, but that's it. That's what I'm talking about. You didn't see him getting any pressure in the backfield. You didn't see him do anything of worth noting.
No, he wasn't.
He did what he was supposed to do. He tackled on a couple of run plays, and that's just how invisible he's been all season too. Ja already says I ain't drinking that Kool-Aid that we beat in Queefs with Chip's offensive mind. Mind you, the Colts whoop our ass with stun defense, cover 2 defense, Queefs defense lead and stun and cover 2. So. And so the good was what we just covered. You know, the defense held Tennessee scoreless through much of the game, controlling the tempo and momentum. And I really thought we were going to be able to get a shutout. And I did say this the other day, too. We were talking about it. Everybody said I was fucking crazy, including Jay, on Wednesday night. When I said I brought it up. I said, if anybody that does fantasy football, this is the week to get the Raiders defense. There's one game a year that the defense steps up, and this is definitely was going to be the game. And sure as what did they do? Most of the fantasy leagues that I'm in, I went and looked and see what the point scores were for the Raiders, and they got anywhere from 15 to 20 points this past weekend.
Well, look at
whereas most defenses in fantasy score like on average like 8, 9, or 10 in that range.
Well, look at it. You got a rookie quarterback. Their offense is not that good. You know, besides that, they beat the Cardinals last week. So the defense, you know, there's a chance to shine. We had a better pass rush. I don't know if we do have better pass rush than the Cardinals, but better pass rusher. Our cornerbacks are still suspect, you know, but they played a hell of a defensive game. It was a defensive game to me. Because, like I said, the offense could have had so many opportunities to just step on their throat, and they didn't. I'm still in the fourth quarter. Like, you know, they possibly could come back. And, you know, they were trying to make an attempt. They get a last touch on later in the game. But, like, you know what? If you don't get this field goal, then they only one score now. So, like, why am I nervous? Because offense couldn't put the points on the board. They should have blew this team out the water the way defense played. Anytime defense is shutting down the other team, they only get 3 points to do the damage most of the game. Then you should just put their foot in your throat. And I said right there, and me and the other guy sitting next to me said, agree and say, why did we get a lead? We start relaxing, going to prevent fucking defense. What are you doing? Preventing us from winning. Why don't you put more pressure on? Why don't you go ahead and just you know, when the man's down, keep kicking them. Don't let them back up. They don't do that. They need to start doing that.
No, and you're right too. The other part of the bat on all this is the offensive inefficiency. You know, Geno Smith threw for 174 yards, 1 TD, and 1 interception. That's a shit stat.
That's
against a team that we should have absolutely just we should have rolled over them.
Destroyed
them.
But
the problem is, the problem is our offensive line can't handle a pass rush. They can't open holes to let the running backs do their job. You know, so, and Jay said it too. He goes, I'm surprised they didn't get more than 2 sacks on us the way our offensive line was playing. Offensive line is complete trash. It's horrible. And it showed yesterday against the shitty fucking Titans team. Offensive line could not get out of their own way.
That left side is horrible. That left side is, they got to revamp that shit. Like I said, I have people next to me say, once they put Grant, I'll say something. Well, shit, this Forsythe ain't doing shit. Might as well give the rookie a chance, let him play, see what he can do. Put Grant in. Nope. I think it's a healthy scratch, but still. Forsythe is not the answer. We lost Cole Miller, true. Parham's not the answer. Put somebody else in there.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Who do you put in? There's no one else to put in. There's no free agents out there. It's not like we can bring anybody in. Nobody's going to trade a dominant left tackle for just draft picks. You're not going to get anybody in a trade. Your answer is going to come from what's on the roster now, and you just got to hope it fits. That's the only option we have. We have no other way. There's no way to fix this offensive line. People need to understand that.
Here it is, Jeff. If you want to get Grant there, get some baptism by fire, this would be the game to put him in there to get baptism by fire. Go let him and get his feet wet, okay? Because Tennessee's not a great defensive team, and they got decent defensive line, but it's not great. Put him in there, sit four sides down, put Grant in there, and see what he can do. If he doesn't perform well in the first few snaps, whatever, okay, substitute and put Forsythe back in. But this is a good game to let Grant get his feet wet in a real NFL game, not preseason. That's what I was saying. That's what I was like. Just put him in there, give him a shot. Okay, we're up. We're up. We're winning 10-0 right now. Okay, and then we get pushed around that side. Put him in there. See what he can do. But the problem is with that, I looked at, they're gonna put him in there with next to Parham. That's a damn. That probably won't work.
Who are you even talking about?
No,
who you?
I'm talking about Forsythe. They should have put Grant. If they should have put Grant in the game. if any game this year that we can test our rookie guards and left tackles that we had drafted, this has been a good game to put them in. Let them get their feet wet.
They should have been in last week when we were getting blown out by the Colts. What the hell? It couldn't get much worse. They should have been in there along with Pickett. Let them play the rest of the third quarter and for the rest of the game. From the third quarter, halfway through third quarter on, they should have all been in there.
I totally agree. Like I was saying, well, you should have started this game to give them that feel for the NFL on a real game situation, not preseason.
I don't know about if they're not ready, then I don't know about starting them because it could have been even worse. We could have had a totally worse. We could have lost the game if that's the case. If they're not that ready, they're saying. But how much do you trust the coaches now when they say that so and so is not ready?
Well, shit, Forsythe like a rookie right now where he was playing. It was like a goddamn first game he ever played. Like, goddamn, dude, you know how to block. Okay, well, no, okay, don't start him. Put him in later in the game. They put him in there because they put Mumford in when he got drafted. Well, that was the same regime, but and they charged with that guy Alex Pleatherwood. I mean, come on, gotta be better than that.
And Jay's right. Yeah, the O-line is so inconsistent. One week they play okay, another week like dog shit, and let guys run all over them. Yesterday was a perfect example.
Yeah,
they looked horrible out there. It just the line was breaking down. Nothing was working as far as running the ball. And when are we going to realize that we can't keep running between the tackles consistently? Mm-hmm. Got to get Genty out in space. Mostert ain't going to be able to run up the middle with this offensive line.
No.
You need to get these guys outside the tackles. Give them the room to run. Let them make their own path. Let them use their vision to make some moves down the field. You ain't getting that between tackles. Now with this offensive line, you're not. Absolutely not. You got one guy out there that's kind of playing his ass off, and that's JPJ. The rest are all like,
most of unfortunately is the outside runner because he got that quick cut, quick speed. He's not in the he'd be doing a tackle runner. That's what Mozart is to me, especially now late in his career. He's more of an outside guy where he can make moves and the little speed he got, he can make moves. He's not between a tackle runner. Because when it was like a third down stuff, third down, whatever, they had Mozart in there. And they ran your tackles, like between your guards. Like, what the hell? Why is he doing that? Get him outside where he uses speed, his agility to get those yards. Nope, they ran right between the guards. Right between the guard and tackle. Like, what the hell?
Thanks, Satan. Satan says, I'm glad to see the curse I put on the Raiders years ago continues to work. There's nothing you can do about it. I own you all.
Better call Jabu. What's his name? Jabu from Major League. What's his name?
Either way, Satan put the curse on us. We're fucked.
What's that guy name from Major League? The voodoo doll, Jobu?
Jobu.
Yeah, Jobu.
Donuts says, if the games are going to be used for practice, why not put the young players in, like Chris is saying?
Exactly.
Pete isn't coaching material at his age. Things are going over his head. He looks like Joe Biden out there sometimes. I don't know, man.
He like got dementia.
Yeah. You're right. Brennan Carroll is the O-line coach, and I don't trust if he knows if someone is ready or not. No, I don't.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jay. Jobu. I call Jobu. Yeah, Jobu out there.
So, as far as the other bad, I mean, the running game lacked explosiveness. Genty's yards per carry, it was okay. It wasn't bad.
3.3.
And we settled for touchdown field goals instead of, being able to get into position for touchdowns.
Right.
And again, it's all the missed opportunities that kept the Titans in this game.
That's what I said.
They very easily could have come back and gotten this score even closer, which is the scary part, how close they came to actually, doing something, like making the game more respectable on their end. And making us look worse than what we really
the first ride the Raiders had, I was like, "Ooh, this might be a blowout." Yeah, I was like, "Cool." But then when you sit on your hands in the third quarter, going to the fourth quarter, like, damn, we could lose this game. When they got that, the last touchdown late, and the missed outside kick, I said, if they got the outside kick, it'd be a different game. It'd be a whole lot different game. It'd be like sitting on pins and needles. We shouldn't have been in that position. Because the offense did not execute. The play calling, I don't know, was suspect on certain plays. And when I was in the stadium, every time Jim went to pass, it got quiet in the stadium. Like, everybody like, another pick coming. Yeah, it sure happened. But I'm saying, it got quiet.
Yeah, Genti lost about 15 yards from backfield. He did. He was getting tackled in the backfield all
Yeah,
the
well,
time.
they did stack the box.
Jonah says Genti had about 76 yards rushing, and the team ended with 68 yards rushing. This was against a 30th ranked defense. Just terrible. It was. It was absolutely disgusting.
Bad defense.
And anybody that walks away from this game so excited and think that we're back on track, we're not back on track, man. We're still half on the rails, half off the rails here. Defense, and by saying that, I'm referring to the defense playing good, but it was against a inferior offensive team. Mm-hmm. Offense played shitty against actually a not so good defense or not so great defense. So we're still half and half here. Yeah, the defense looked good, but it was against a bad team. Our offense didn't look great, but it was also against a bad defensive.
That's what I'm saying, though. This game, the defense ranked third. We should easily blew on. The game should have been over before halftime, but no, we was doing nothing on offense. Nothing. Yep. They stacked the box and stopped Genti running. Okay, Chip Kelly called plays where Geno Smith was dinking and dunking, which kind of was effective. But once we get in the red zone, we stopped doing what we did to get there. Stop. We just totally stopped what we were doing. And Geno Smith try to get a third down one on a sneak. Got pushed back. What's that? What the fuck? Got pushed back. What did that tell you? That offensive line sucks. They couldn't surge ahead for 1 yard. They got pushed back. Geno got pushed back. So Geno, a lot of his fault. He held the ball too long. He stares down the receivers. You need to fix that. But the main factor is we got to fix offensive line. None we know how to coach Miller, but the point is, like, you got to do something better than what y'all doing. Because there's no way we should have. That game's 20-10. It should have been easy. It should have been 35-3. That's what I said in this game. Watch them march down the field. March down the field for what? Field goals. Field goals are important, but not that important. Should get touchdowns. Put the team out early. Make them like, oh my God, we're behind. We're down 31 points. Yeah. Make them feel that way. Well, they have to pass, and then they have to pass. You got Maxx Crosby and the rest of that D line just pinning the ears back and going after Cam Moore. So I digress. But the game for me was exciting because I was there. But for the win, it's like, well, on paper, we should beat this team anyway. But still feel like it's a victory, a win's a win, but still feel like a great win. You know what I mean, Jeff? It doesn't feel like, yeah, beating a real good team or halfway good team, not a bad team.
Yeah, it was a horrible. It just everything was just so bad. Even the ugly part, despite the win, we still left too many points on the field. We still had a poor red zone efficiency, and again, our red zone efficiency is going to hurt against a team like the Chiefs or the Jaguars or any one of the teams we got left
or the Giants, because I picked they win that game. They probably won't win that game because the Giants look good. They look good right now.
What's up, all right, Raider? I disagree with our offense. Should have blown them out. Their D sucks, but our O sucks. Yeah. But again, that's what I'm getting at, though. Their defense is not that great. We should have done better than that. Mm-hmm. And again, a lot of that I attribute to Geno and his poor decision making sometimes too. Yeah. There was some invisible people there. What's up, Willie Wayne? Where was Jacoby? It seemed like he wasn't getting open, and when he was like he wasn't throwing to him again. Betch got in the game. He had one target the entire game.
Ain't getting no catches.
Just one. So, I mean, and again, the Titans scored that late touchdown. It definitely exposed our defense again. That we're not that good still, even against a horrible team. But again, that's also when we're playing with the win. And we're trying to just hold them from killing us on a big play, and they just march down the field and boom, touchdown. No, great, awesome.
Short, crisp pass. We were playing that prevent defense. Now why are they in this coverage? Why are they in this coverage? The game is not out of reach. The game was not out of reach at that point. I said, why are you playing defense? Play aggressive defense like you've been doing. Nope. We go prevent defense. We just hold on. Hopefully we'll win. That's what they're playing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll win.
Yeah, Mike Gary, we know the Chiefs are going to do. It's not going to be a fun game next week.
No, it's not.
Not at all. And it's it's just there's really nothing to even kind of build on that we did well this week. Like the offense, what did we do well on the offense this week?
Well, you know what? One by spot, Mayer's back.
What positive are you going to pull away from that offense?
That's it. Mayer's back, and he has some good plays. Okay, I'll give you that. That's the only thing I can give you. I'm done.
I can't even agree with that. He did what he was supposed to do. He went out there and he did his job.
Well, I'm saying Mayer was back in the game, so we need that help. So that was the only positive. He was back, and we need that help because he got that touchdown. So we need that help. We didn't have that. So that's a good thing to look forward to, but it's not the best thing to look forward to because we're missing our key offensive player. Brock Bowers is out. Jacoby Myers, I'm watching. He's like, dude, can't separate. He's like he'd do a route and stop. What are you doing? Keep running.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Jacoby Myers. When I was watching him, he would just stop. Seemed like he'd run his route and stop. Instead of keep running around trying to get open. He had no separation to me.
Oh, easy, Mike. I don't think the Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl, but they probably do have a chance of moving up and winning the division. I will say that. Our defense is middle of the pack, which makes them look like superstars compared to our offense. Well, not only that, it makes them look like superstars. Like, we had this great statistical day yesterday. Look at who we played. Played against a rookie quarterback, against a so-so running game with a weak offensive line. The wide receivers aren't that hot. We played against, like I've been saying, an inferior opponent on the defensive side, our defense.
Yeah, we're the varsity team playing against the JV team. That's what it looked like. That was,
it sucks to feel so negative about a win yesterday, but there wasn't much good out of this. I'll give you Trey Tucker and I'll give you Michael Mayer.
Yeah.
Other than that,
nothing else.
The defense did what they were supposed to do. Maxx, that's the type of game I want to see Maxx have against Kansas City.
Yeah.
A game that, you don't expect him to light it up, but you want him to light it up because he's going against a better offensive run team. What he did yesterday, it's exactly what we should have expected.
He should have been doing it anyway.
That shouldn't have been a shocker that he had the game he had yesterday. There's no two ways. Anything other than that, any other game, what has he done?
He disappeared. Just like Coons.
He disappeared. But, he did, again, we're one of those teams where we shine against the team that we should beat.
Right.
Or we win against the team we should beat, but barely. It was a 10-point win. And I know Gravy said, Chris must be on something if he thinks we could have scored more than 20 points. In all honesty, we should have scored more than 20 points.
Yes.
Problem is our offensive line. Plain and simple. And have some good plays. I will give you that. That's part of.
There were 2 field goals that we kicked that we could have got touchdowns. 2 field goals. So you had that as 14 more points. So yeah, we could have been more than 20 points. I said 35. They could have got 35. They could have. But the execution, the timing, Geno Smith decision making cost us lose points. We left points on the board. At least 2 touchdowns we left on the field. 2 touchdowns left on the field. 2.
What's up, Wiley? Chiefs had the number 1 offense of 17 points. Then we're an interception away from dropping 35 on the top 5 defense. Let's see. Who was the JV team? We ain't no varsity. Yeah.
I know we're not the varsity. I was saying it was like the varsity goes to the JV team. You expect the varsity to win that damn game, but they don't.
What type of confidence does this inspire when you beat a 1-5 team by only 10 points? There's only one other team out there that's worse than where they are, and that's the Jets. The Jets are the only winless team.
Yeah.
Jets are 0-6, which is that's horrible. But I think the Jets would have been I'll tell you what, the Jets defense is no joke. I watched that game yesterday. The Jets defense is fucking tight. The problem is their offense is horrible. But their defense, they got a good defense. If they were to go up against us, I think the Jets would beat us, to be honest with you. Their defense alone would just have a field day. What do you think's going to happen when we play Cleveland in a few weeks? Myles Garrett's already drooling right now thinking about going up against our offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have a fucking field day with us.
Especially with our offensive line on the left side like the way it is. Yeah, he's going to have fun.
Look at the teams we have left to play. I mean, it's not going to be an easy run the rest of this fucking schedule. All right, so what? He's been solid. Max had the highest grade ever versus the Bears. Yeah, that's 2 games. He had a great game yesterday and a good game against the Bears. What else has he done? Where was he in Indianapolis? Where was he? He didn't have that great of a game in New England. Monday night against the Chargers, where was he on that one? The games you need him to step up and, the teams that we're going to have a hard time beating. And he's invisible. Koontz is invisible. You're opposite guy.
My buddy got me tickets to go to the game. He's not a big football fan. I told him, say, guess what? What? This is their first home win. You said what? Yeah, this is their first home win.
Yep.
Against a team we should beat anyway, but this is their first home win. He couldn't believe that because he's not a football guy. But yeah. That's a shame. This is our first. Could have 2 home wins, but other than that, this is our first home win. And win week 7, 6 games of the season. Like that don't make any sense.
Yeah, and you're right, John Rader. Even other content creators are pissed. They say we're losing the Chiefs because of this offense. Can you bet? No. Chris Jones is gonna. We're gonna go against Chris Jones next week with this offensive line. He's gonna eat Forsyth and Parham up for breakfast.
He's gonna have a banquet out there.
I mean, how can you plan to stop him with what we have for an offensive line right now? We got to get lucky and hope that he gets hurt in the first play. That's the only chance you're going to have.
Right. But they got other guys there, too, on that line.
I hate being negative. I don't like being negative. But, again, facts are facts. Just look at the 2 teams. We don't match up well against a lot of these teams we have left to play.
Yeah, but not just Chris Jones, but the defense line is actually pretty good. The other guys there do just as good. So, what we're gonna do if our old lines get pushed back by Tennessee's defensive line, then we're not gonna win no games because the teams we're playing have some great defensive line the rest of the way. If we get pushed back against the 30th ranked defensive line or defense, if we get pushed back for that, shit. Good night. We're not winning.
I said that earlier. RI rated too. It's like where was Koontz? He's like invisible right now. He's not out there. Let's see. At least we knew with AP it was going to be 50-50 season. Pete Carroll, so much hype, so much money invested. We're 2-5, but it's okay.
2-4.
I'll keep hope alive. Raiders by 3. Oh, I'm still going to pick us to win. Don't get me wrong. In my pick'em league, I never go against the Raiders when I do my pick'em league or when I do our predictions on games. I never pick us to lose. I always pick us to win. I will never sit there and pick us or go against us and say, I'm taking the Chiefs this week.
No,
I'm going to take the Raiders.
I'll never do that.
And the reason I do that, too, in the pick'em league is because everybody always goes against the Raiders. And if the one week that the Raiders win, everybody else picks the team we're playing against, I'm the only one that gets the win out of that week. So it works out in my favor because everybody takes a hit.
High risk, high payout. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But I'll never go bet against the Raiders. So, knowing that they probably will lose the game, I still don't bet against them. Yep. So that's just the Raider in me.
How about them Broncos? They got lucky, too. The other 3 teams. The only thing that's going to help us right now, too, is the fact that the Chargers now are down a running back. Hampton's out now too, along with Najee Harris. So now they're going into their third and fourth string running back. So their running game is Although the kid they did have in there yesterday had a pretty good game. Yeah, Kuntz is he's a. Did you see Dart? Yeah, I'm telling you, Dart is a good goddamn quarterback.
Huh.
You know, he's. And it doesn't hurt the fact that he's got one hell of a running back in Scatterbo with him too. I mean, that guy's a fucking tank.
Yeah,
two guys I wish we ended up with last season.
Yeah, I picked that game this year to Raiders to win, but now looking back, I'm taking that game away the way the Giants look right now. I'm taking that game off. Nope.
RG, a lot of people had us predicted to win like 11, 12 games this year. Nah. I was in the 8 to 9, but when I looked through the schedule of how teams were before the season started and before training camp, I got us up to 11 wins, but realistically, I was still in the 8 to 9 win category. And now, if we get equal to what we had last year, 4 wins, I'll be shocked.
Well, I had it 10 after Colts going to drop down to 7. After this game right now, I'm dropping down to 6 because this game should have been an easy game for him.
What's up, Justin? Nothing. We wouldn't give you anything for Kirk Cousins. Sorry.
This game should have been an easy game for us against the third ranked defense. We're supposed to have a high power offense with Chip Kelly there, but I'm seeing that. So I went down to 6.
People need to stop and realize too, it doesn't matter who's back there quarterback right now. This offensive line is not going to protect no matter who's back there.
Right.
So even Tom Brady in his heyday would not have a good game back there. Not with this crew. And because we all know Tom Brady could not run. So
he didn't run.
Just like AOC can't run like everybody says. This offensive line would absolutely destroy him. So the quarterback is not going to be an issue. It doesn't matter who's back there, quarterback. It's not going to win us any more games. It might throw less interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they're more, a smarter quarterback and don't take risks like Geno does. But the offensive line ain't gonna be able to protect them. Absolutely not.
Because the guy next to me said, like, there's a big AOC in there. I said, well, AOC still hurt. And you think you'll do better with its offensive line? Because at least Geno Smith have a little option to run out the pocket. Geno Smith with AOC would have got crushed back there because he doesn't run. Geno Smith does have a little capability of running, and he's still getting sacked. So, no. Until they fix his offensive line, like you said, we don't care what quarterback. You can put Joe Montana back there. He won't have a great game. He probably have a good game, but he won't have a great game.
You're saying our gameplay this season dictates we win more than 8 games? As of right now, even right now, at 1-5.
No. We're 2-4.
2-4. Sorry.
2-4. No, no. Like I said, I hold it to win 10 games. Nope. I went down to 8. I went down to 8, 7, 6. I'm counting down. That's what it is. I count down games they win. Now I'm at 6. Hopefully. Maybe. Luckily. But right now, I don't see them. We're going to be in that top 10 draft pick. Watch this. So, Jeff, let's do a mock draft anyway. Not now, but I'm saying.
Fuck no.
No, I'm not doing a mock draft now. I'm saying it's coming up.
That's the wrong comment. Oh, right, whatever. Yeah, Colton's a stud. Too bad he's out for too long. And believe it or not, I mean that's hurt us more than people realize too. It's just losing him, man. That is just like dagger in the heart right now. Because you lost that strong pot on the left side. Oh, Jay said I'm at 6 to 7 games. That's 4 or 5 more games.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
What's up, Mario? What's going on, man? We're a blocked field goal away from being 3-3.
That's true, but we lost it. We shouldn't have to worry about a field goal. We should have had a game won anyway.
Yeah. So, just getting back to like, where was I on here? I got this whole thing I printed out too, and I haven't been able to keep with it at all. Basically on how the Raiders won. I mean, the defense set the tempo. There's no two ways about it. I mean, the defense started that game off strong. It gave us good field position quite a few times, which is why, the yardage don't reflect, Genty's yardage and Geno's yardage, because we did end up with short field a lot.
Yeah, we did.
But we still didn't convert like we should have, basically, is what it
In
comes
that
down
red
to.
zone, that red zone was atrocious. I mean, they drive out the field in the red zone and then they stopped playing football. That was like, what the hell? What were we doing? They just stopped playing football in the red zone.
I want to mention one thing on here though. Nobody's really mentioned this. Anybody realize how fast that fucking game went yesterday?
Yeah, I was in the stands like that in third quarter already.
Dude, that first half was over in just over an hour.
I was like, damn, this is a quick game.
Well, there was no clock stoppage.
No,
That was the problem. There was any of the incomplete passes, running out of bounds, all that shit. The clock just kept going. It just seemed like it never stopped the whole first half. I looked at the time and I'm like, holy fuck, there's 3 minutes left in the second half. I said, this game's only started an hour ago.
Yeah.
And even still, I mean, the game was done by like, I don't know, 6:30 my time.
It was like 3:30 we left.
Yeah.
We started walking out, it was 3:30. Like, because I told my friends, yeah, how long the game lasts? It probably go about 4 o'clock. But we're 30 minutes ahead earlier than that. Like, damn. I sat there, it's like, this game is going pretty fast. Really fast.
So ID says y'all can beat the Browns, Texans, and maybe one division game the rest of the way. I don't see us beating either one of those two, to be honest with you. First of all, Houston's going to be in Houston. They're better. Cleveland is Cleveland. I mean, yeah, we still have the chance we could beat them, but Myles Garrett alone can take control of a game way more than what Maxx can do. So if we can't contain Myles Garrett, we're screwed. We're screwed. Don't run anything to the direction of whatever side of the ball he's on. If he's on the left or the right, just bring everything, move everything away from him, because he'll disrupt the running game. He'll disrupt the passing game. He's just that damn good. You know, you don't pay a guy like that the kind of money you got. You got to pay him just because you think he's good. No, he's that good. I mean, this guy's been a dominant force since he's been in this league.
Right back, guys.
It's just that he just hasn't had the talent around him on that team, unfortunately, offensive and defensively. Justin says, look at the bright side and running. Yeah, I mean, our running back, Genty ain't going anywhere. Mostert just couldn't get out of his own way. But how much are you really blaming him for that? I mean, O-line, every time they tried giving him the ball, they tried running him up the middle, and it just wasn't going anywhere. Again, Devin White, he created turnovers, flipped the momentum for us. We didn't take full advantage of some of this stuff yesterday. And I don't think it's the fact that we didn't take full advantage. I don't think we had the right mix of talent and play calling out there to take advantage of it. And that's the problem, And not Kappa. Why are we getting cute? Having our one of our guards out there trying to get in the red zone. That was why? Why are we doing that? You've got all this talent in the skill positions on this team, and we're throwing the ball to Kappa. That just boggled my mind. I saw that. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are we trying to be cute and do stupid plays like this? It just doesn't make any sense. We just got to beat the Browns with Minshew. I ain't worried about the shifty Browns. I don't know, man. That's not an easy game. Yeah, exactly. Our rating. We never run the ball. Well, we do occasionally, but not enough. And I said this earlier. It's like we got to get Genty outside the tackles more. Keep him inside, not with this offensive line. If Colton Miller was there, maybe. Might be a little different.
That's the same thing about Mostert. I don't think Mostert is an in-between tackle runner. He's more of an outside runner with the speed and stuff. So why he running between tackles? Don't know. Why you shove him there? These guys, you should wear them outside, throw screen passes to, get them outside. where he can use this. He still got speed for his age. He still got speed. And he can cut real well. Why run between tackles? He's not an in between tackle runner to me. Even Miami, he got those touchdowns. Basically run outside in those touchdowns. When he got the 12 or the touchdown he had that year? Yeah, he was running mostly outside. He was using speed. Why we run? He's not an in between tackle runner. He's using the wrong way. And the way our guards are in between tackles, nobody can get through that hole. Not even the great and powerful Zamir White. I had to put that dig in there. Sorry. Yeah, I agree with you, Jarre, on that. I mean that was stupid. Because I looked at it and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we throwing to a guard who can't block? Try to throw him a pass. He can't even block. First, do your job you got paid to do, block. We wasn't getting to block, but you got Ian Thomas out there. You got Mayer out there. You got your playmakers out there. Playmakers are supposed to do jobs like that. Give it to your playmakers. You get to an offensive guard who can't block was stupid. Absolutely stupid. We went up by that much to be, like you said, Jeff, be cute. Why are we trying to be cute? Let's play regular smash mouth football. I know that the Titans they load the box up to stop Gento. He still got 75 yards. Could have more, but they stopped the box. Okay, well then throw it outside. Do something. They didn't do none of that stuff. And I'm watching the game. I'm like, what the hell? What? We're in the red zone. Why? What's guys there? Was a short passes to runs. We guys there. All of a sudden, we get in the red zone. We stop doing that. Then you're gonna try to be cute. Oh, Cowboy is a eligible receiver. So what? Let him do it. Let him take it out. Don't throw him the ball. They fired the coach. What?
Oh shit.
Let me see that.
Let's see if that's.
Yeah, but then why they fired him? You got a rookie quarterback. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Nothing's been posted yet.
I'm looking right now.
I guess the one bright spot you could take away from yesterday's game was the special teams definitely played better.
Definitely. I was going to miss that too when you got to that point. They actually played a lot better this week. And there was a couple of plays with Alex Bachman. If he had more speed, he could have broke a long run. But I don't know how fast he is. But if he had that burst on the end when he first filled on that kickoff, yeah, when Bachman first filled that kickoff because he went the other way. If he had more speed to get outside, he could have a big run, possibly a touchdown. But the special teams, like I mentioned last week, the special teams have to play better because that's a key part of the game. Defense is key, offense is key. The special teams have more keys to the game than people realize because special teams like the punting, field goal, the kickoff returns. Those are a chance to pin the offense back deep, where they have to travel 80 yards or 75 yards to get close to the end zone or in the end zone. But if the special team allowing the guys to get to the 50 to 45-yard line where they have a short field, then their game plan is easier. They performed pretty well, And I was glad to see that what's the name? The punter was out there. And that was good to see. He had a couple of good punts. But I'm the kind of person like this. I don't want to see the punter on the field at all, except for holding the kickoff. I mean, an extra point. I don't want to see him on the field. That means that your team failed to move the ball. We have to punt. But it's a good thing we have him back. He looked good out there, somewhat. It wasn't as sound as usually is, but at least he was out there. Let's see what we got. Well, we got predictions. Matt's got prediction. What's he predicting? 20, Raiders 20, she's 19. Hope that comes true. Yeah, Adam Schefter confirmed it. I still don't see it. Let me look. Wait, that's on them. But he has a rookie quarterback The 30th ranked defense, offensive line wasn't really that great. So it's not his fault that, you know, that happened. But the thing is that the Titans see they weren't going nowhere. And what they do, they fired the head coach. Will we do that? We did late in the season. But they're like, you know what? We got to move on. We got to win some games. Salute Nation. Hey, salute Alfredo. Just glad we got the win. Yeah, I'm happy too. Like I said, it's the first time in Legion Stadium. I was happy to be there to see a win at home for the first time this year. I was happy to be there. But to me, I wasn't impressed about the win. I wasn't really like, okay, it's against like one of the worst teams in the NFL. We're supposed to win. Like I said, I predicted us to lose. So I said, if we win the game, I'll shake my head. And so I'll shake my head. Because I predicted, earlier season, I predicted the Titans would beat us. That's one of those teams that the Raiders would overlook because they know got Chiefs next week. So I was wrong. I admit that. Welcome back, Joe. What else you got? What rant can we go on right quick?
Oh, I mean, I'm just.
Why we're ranting? We're ranting on a victory Monday. That's pretty sad. We're ranting after a victory. That's sad.
Had a whole plan laid out for the show, but I just threw the paperwork away.
I don't get it. Why are we pissed off about a win? Because the team didn't do what we wanted them to do. This game should have been a fucking blowout. Easily. Well, not easily, but it should have been. The game should have been over by the time the third quarter started, or half of the third quarter. This should have been over.
What's up, Alfredo? Fuck Mahomes. Did you see the performance by Pat? Fuck him. I hate him. I hate Mahomes so much.
I hate that froggy talking little guy. Yeah, we want to get to that. Well, shut up.
Hey, a win's a win, but I'm not taking anything away from the win. I mean, yeah, we won, but
how and how
we still don't look that great even in a win. That's the sad part. Usually when you win, you look good. Like week one, we won and we looked okay. We looked decent.
Yeah.
And I know it was first game jitters for the rookies and everything. I get that part. But we're 6-7 weeks into this shit, 6 weeks into this shit, and we still can't get our O-line dialed in. We can't get our quarterback to stop throwing into, even in a win like this, he still throws an interception.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous. Oh, I hope Max knocks him on his ass and just knocks him out of the game early. It's the only chance we got to win, to be honest with you. That Mahomes magic.
No. If Mahomes got there, but they're putting that Hall of Famer Minshew in the game.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't see us getting close to beating the Chiefs or even a close game. I don't see it. The defense might hold their own, but the Chiefs going to score points regardless of what we do. I don't see the offense against that defense get any points. Like field goals, that's it. Maybe a touchdown, maybe. But I don't see it. Not the way they looked against one of the worst defenses in the league. Chiefs is no pushover on defense. You talking about Chris Jones in the middle. Yeah, they also got good safeties and good cornerbacks. Thornton, on the other hand, I'm gonna bring him up right quick. I didn't see that motherfucker do anything in this game. Excuse my language, but that motherfucker didn't do nothing in that game. All the height, the speed, he didn't do shit. Didn't take advantage of nothing. I don't know how good the D-backs for DNC was. Of course, I don't study them. But goddamn, dude wasn't open at all in the game. I know that they toned it down. They had Geno do like short dump off passes, but still, even across the route, he could have got open. I didn't see none of that. Tucker did. That's about it. Tucker and Mayers were the receivers of the game. That's it. The rest of the receivers, best I didn't see him get open.
What's up, Shopkey?
I didn't see none of those guys get open against this defense. And you even try to do it against Chiefs, they're gonna smother us. They're gonna bury this receiving core. And I always say, like last year, what I call receiving core, the lollipop guild. Well, it's not lollipop guild. It's more like the men in motion. They just in motion. They don't do anything. They just do the motions. $6-3 on the Chargers.
What was that?
I'm looking at Dante Thornton. Oh, Dante Thornton's in the chat. He's bashing me. Well, Dante didn't do shit in the game.
You tell him, Dante.
He didn't do shit in the game.
It's Deontay. You didn't even spell your name right, but that's all right. I'll give you a break.
Yeah, you're probably mad at me, so you spell your name right. He didn't do shit in the game, dude.
Aiden scored 63. Yeah. Let's see. I'm afraid to learn how to read. What?
Who? I missed something in the chat we missed. I missed something in the chat. I didn't see it. I agree with Chris.
So who's your MVP, Chris?
Oh, we're doing the MUP and the MVP. The MVP, do we have to get to one person? Or can we get a total effort?
See, Money Chuck, I agree. That's exactly what I said at the start of the show, bro. I agree 100%. Yeah, it was great. We won. Yay. But the team looked like shit still, even in a win. And I really, looking at the schedule, I really don't see us winning another game. I really don't. I'm trying to stay positive, but man.
My MVP of the game.
We only put 20 points up on a team that we should have blown out.
My MVP, Maxx had a good game.
What's up, Pigs?
But I think the whole defense had a great game. The front line. Lalu, Lucky, Folk2, not Tofu, Folk2. They all had great games. Maxx had a game he's supposed to have. So get Maxx MVP. Nah, this game you should have anyway. I get the whole defensive line MVP, the whole line, all of the defensive line.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
So that's my MVP. I can't pick one person, so I'm picking the whole defensive line. They all did good, except for maybe Kuntz. Even Tyree Wilson had a showing. Yeah, it caused a fumble. So
you can't pick a single name.
Well, you can pick Maxx on defense, but that's a game he should have anyway.
Oh my god. You make this so difficult. What the fuck?
I know. That's all I do doing the show.
Goddamn name. You can't say the whole unit.
I can't.
Now if Genty goes and runs for 200 yards in the game and has a great game, then
it's called the First Amendment, freedom of speech. You want to get one person MVP? I'll tell you who I'll give it to.
Well, it's most valuable.
Devin White had a hell of a fucking game. He showed up. Let me get Devin White the MVP of the game. There. You happy? Take away my rights. Freedom of speech.
Take away your rights. It says MVP, not MVPs.
You can answer that, man. Come on.
It's most valuable player, not players. Now, again, if Genty...
Okay, I said Devin White, to me, had a hell of a game. Okay, now. Are we satisfied with that?
If Genty ran for like 250 yards a game, and then I'd be picking the offensive line as the MVP every week because finally they clicked. Well, that's different.
How come you can do and I can't? That's not fair.
Because that's a major milestone improvement. Are you shitting me? We're talking about a game that we won, okay? And we need to come up with one player. And you're picking Devin White. That's it. Done. Sold. Everybody else is pretty much saying Devin White. Also.
You see how my rights are taken away from me? Look at that. Jeff's a dictator.
I'll kick you right out of here.
Oh my god!
It's all right. So for defensive MVP, you're saying Devin White. Most of the chat is saying Devin White. So I will agree with the Devin White one. What do you got for offensive MVP?
Wow. Man. Hey. Come back to me on that question. I had to make a phone call. I get one call, I gotta make one. On offense. Ugh. Damn. I'd say Michael Mayer, but he had a touchdown, a great catch where he caught that ball. I'll say Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer.
He had some key catches in the game. Third down conversion, he had some key catches. So, yeah, Michael Mayer. I'll give it to him.
Michael Mayer. All right. A lot of the chat saying either Tucker or Mayer.
Yeah. Yeah, Tucker's my second guy. He has some good catches too.
I can't go with Ashton Genty.
No, I can't give it to him. There's a couple of holes he didn't run through.
You know what? I got to stick with Michael Mayer. I picked him initially to be a factor in this game, and I think he was exactly what he needed to do in this game, and he did it, and he did it well.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go with Mayer. Tucker by default was the offensive highlight because he was the one Geno seemed to be throwing the fucking ball to. That's a wide receiver. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Michael Mayer. So now the most important one.
Ooh, the MUP.
Who's the most unvaluable player on the defense? Most unvaluable.
Coach.
So basically, the worst player you pick on the. You're saying
Coach.
Okay.
Coach.
What's the chat got? I'm curious to see what the chat's got for the most unvaluable defensive player.
I mean, he did a couple good run stops, but you get paid more to do that. Life's not fair. Whatever. Okay. Kai Blue. Yeah. He did get burned a couple of times.
That's who I was going to pick, too.
I can see that, too, but I'd say Kuntz because he didn't
I was going to say Kuntz, but you took Kuntz, so I was going to say Kelly, to be honest.
Blue Kelly, yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
All right. So now who's your offensive one?
I still can't pick it. I still can't pick it. So I'll say Forsythe.
You're going to go with Forsythe?
Dude got blown away a few times in that game. Like, God damn, dude.
Mike just made up a new category. Mayor for offensive MCP.
What's MCP?
I don't know what the C stands for. Most coachable player?
The most constipated player? I don't know.
Most competent?
All
right, so some saying Kuntz. Some say Palomar. Wow, okay.
On defense?
Butler was there, but Butler had an okay game yesterday. He seemed to be there.
He's still the run.
All right, is saying Geno. No, Brock is, as of right now, not out for the year. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come back until after the bye week.
Yeah, that's after the Chiefs game. He probably come back.
There's no need for him to play next week. It's not going to. He won't. Even if he's out there, he's not going to have an impact. Not against them. Not with this team.
Why don't say most concussed players, Michael Mayer?
Kappa for taking up a roster spot.
Oh, there we go. That's a good one.
If we beat the Giants, do they fire Dayball? I don't think Dayball's going anywhere.
No, he's got that going.
He's got a good thing. He's got a good thing going in New York, man, with that team. Yeah. So, who's your MUP? Come on, let's go. Your offensive MUP. Who did you pick? Forsythe?
Yeah, Forsythe.
I'm going Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
I'm going with Jacoby. Okay. All right. So, with all that being said, who's your overall MVP in this game? Offense and defense combined. Who's your overall MVP?
Overall MVP of the game would go to Devin White. on the defensive side. I'll give him that because he did stop a drive with an interception. Although, I since I can't give the old defensive line, but yeah, I'll give Devin White the defensive player of the game. I know Crosby had a great game, but it's a game he should have, like I said before. I'll give Devin White. He showed up.
So you're going Devin White?
Yes.
That's who I've got picked too.
Yeah, Devin White.
Devin White, MVP of the game. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Who's your overall MUP?
More foresight. You can't change my mind about that. There's also players out there that do. What are you doing? You blocking or what? Or you just standing there getting paid?
I'm going Kappa.
Well, because that one pass?
Yeah. He should have actually, in all honesty, if I'm playing out there on that offensive line and the coach says, hey, we're going to run that, we're going to run the fat man right play. Oh, you mean the one where I go in and catch the ball? Yeah. Really? We're going to run that right now? Seriously, with the way we're playing, you want to run that play instead of using one of our superstars off offensive?
That's not his fault. That's not his fault. You're gonna get him up for that play. You should get to the coach who called the damn play. That's not his fault. He was told to do that and he's supposed to do it. So it's not his fault. He's not a fucking wide receiver or tight end. You gonna get him up, give it to the damn coach who called the play. See? My point is,
Chuck says, here's the question you guys should ask every week. Which O-line player was the worst this game? I'd say Meredith, and lots of pressure up the gut.
Well, yeah, he's worse every game, but he's getting better.
We do them up, so offensive lineman can be involved in that, as Chris just did by picking Forsyth. I got to go with Forsyth as the overall MUP.
See?
I was going to say Jacoby, but I figured I'd cut him some slack. I don't know why, but I'm cutting him some slack.
So the MVP of the game would be Devin White.
Yeah, Devin White.
Then the MUP of the game would be Forsyth.
Yeah.
Okay. So we agree on one thing, right?
What?
That Forsyth, he was a MUP of the game.
Well, we agreed on both. We agreed on Devin White as the overall MVP and Forsyth is the MUP, so we agreed twice.
Hey.
I don't know what you were looking at, Alfredo, but he didn't almost catch that.
I didn't catch shit. I was like, what the hell are they doing? Trying to be fucking cute.
That was just a dumbass play. I don't know what was going on then with that one.
If we were a really big score, like we was blowing them out, yeah, you can try to see if it works.
Amanda Goose. When was the last time the Raiders were good? It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
That's the last time. It's been a long time. It's been
one thing cool when I went to the game, I was sitting next to a guy that been I say he's about 12. I'm guessing his age. This is where a kid. Yeah. He knew more about the football game than the guy, I guess his dad or uncle, whoever he was sitting next to him. And we were talking a lot about the game. We were talking about the plays. And this guy was born when the Raiders was sorry. But he's a Raider fan. He knew the ins and outs about the players. And that impressed me. That these young kids are coming in, Raider fans, when the Raiders suck. And I like to see that. And I hope that stays a trend moving forward. Because you can easily pick another team in the NFL to root for. But he chose the Raiders. And I know I mentioned my podcast to him. If you're listening or if your dad's listening or uncle that was next to you, thank you. Thank you for being a young Raider supporter.
You know what, Mike? Sacktown, I agree 100%. Bachman looked damn good out there. I told you the special I started talking about the special teams earlier. We never really finished talking about it. Special teams definitely stepped up. They played better than they have been recently.
Yeah.
The coverage team looked a lot better. The return game was definitely better.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Cole out there kicking after last week. I didn't think he was going to play yesterday, but he did. Carlson does his thing, so overall, I think the special teams definitely stepped up. They worked on some shit this past week.
I was asking that question. I couldn't see up close because I was up in the nosebleed section where it's lack of oxygen, but I could still see the stadium is nice. You can still see the game, but I couldn't see. Did the long snapper snaps look better to you this game? because I really
You
couldn't tell.
can't from unless you're looking like 805 does with the film where you're seeing it from different angles. The angle they put on TV, it's
It's
tough.
hard to tell.
It's really tough to see. Yeah, because they
Yeah.
don't provide you the best angles to really see like
They
some of
also,
the intricacies of what's going on up on the
it's always a
line.
back. We always show the back view of those punts and
Yeah,
those.
pretty much.
Okay, I,
Or you're looking at it from
the end zone.
between the goalposts, looking at the at the line of scrimmage, and it's just not a clear image.
Okay, because I
So
can tell because I one of the snaps got better because the teams were timing that snap, and you could tell like last week's game they were timing it. So I was when they worked on that. Maybe 805 would break it down.
what's up, Moval?
Well, wow, what's up, bro?
So um
Hour and a
I
half
mean,
in.
basically, the Raiders did what they had to do. It was a winnable game. The defense showed flashes, flashes of greatness, basically. Um, the offense, man, we still got so much to prove.
God, we got to work on stuff. God, we
You know,
need that. We need
well,
a receiver. We need a receiver besides Brock. When Brock comes back, like you said, probably after the break, we still need another receiver to kind of get out there.
yeah,
And there's nothing in free agency right now. Tucker's doing what he can do, and I commend Tucker for doing it because he stepped up from last year. He's really doing better. But still, again, we need another receiver to complement Brock Bowers. Another one. Number one, because Pete Carroll never had really number one receivers, but they need another receiver to step up. The Thornton right now is not the guy. I don't know if Geno Smith had no confidence in Thornton because he hasn't thrown the ball his way really that much. But we still need that receiver to like have the secondary see not only one threat but two threats coming off the line. Right now, it's no threat because Brock Bowers not in the game. Oh, look who's in here. I said, look who just popped in.
Dixon.
Yep.
What's up, Dixon said it, and he's right too. This team is still ass.
Oh yeah, we agree.
I mean, again, the offense still has a ton to prove. And just remember, against tougher opponents, this kind of performance, man, it's not going to work out, man. It's just not. This type of performance isn't going to work against a team like the Chiefs. Teams with better defenses. We're going into week 7, and yeah, we got momentum because we got the win. But look whose door we're knocking on next week to enter their stadium and play.
Yeah.
We're pulling up to Gay Stadium. I don't call it Gaya. We're pulling up to Gay Stadium in Kansas City to play the Queefs. Who recently have had our number. Let's face it, no matter how bad they are. This was always a get well game for Kelsey, but Kelsey's doing okay this season already. So that just means he's going to probably pop it off. They're back to full strength now. Rice is back. So this is going to be, this ain't going to be no easy task. This is the game you need Maxx to do it he's supposed to do.
Again, like this last game, he should do that again. If you do that again on a consistent basis, and if the Devin White and all those guys and Palomalo and those guys that we mentioned, they need to step their game up. Kaibu Kelly, to me, is not the answer. Even Stokes came back to the game. He looked all right, but he wasn't like, come on.
Appreciate that, Proof.
Hey, thanks, Proof. We did both of them. I was gonna say something. Go ahead, Jeff. I don't think what I was gonna say.
I don't remember now.
No, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say something. It's always a pleasure, man, doing a show with you. Hey guys, please PSA. Please like, subscribe to both our channels. This my main man over here, the dude who got me into this. Before we Raider Jeff. She's streaming. I'm Crystal Raider Podcast. I'm streaming. Hit the like, subscribes. Try to give me a 500, please. I'm almost there. I'm 499 away from 500.
No, you're not.
I want to say that so bad. I'm 499 away from 500. Nah, I'm not 499. I'm gonna say I'm good close. But yeah, thanks for watching our shows, man. I do appreciate it, man. I wouldn't do this one for this guy next to me. I really wouldn't, because I enjoy doing a lot of shows with him. Whether we agree or disagree, it's always fun.
a fun time.
It's always
a fun time.
It's always fun. Damn, I forgot I was gonna say something else. Damn, I can't remember. Oh yeah, here we go. My buddy, my best friend of 15 years, is not really a fan of football. He's more of the basketball. But since the Raiders now is his hometown in Vegas, he said, "I'm gonna go more games with you, Chris." I said, "Cool. I gotta buy you a jersey." Now, here's the question. I'm gonna give him a jersey. He's a big dude. He's not small at all. You know, he's 6'2" and about 250 or 270. He's a big guy. So I want to give him a jersey. What jersey should I get him? The number. What number should I get him? He's white, not black. He's so I got
Like
offensive
that
line.
matters? Like that
Yeah.
matters?
Yeah, it does matter. So you're an offensive line player or a defensive line player?
Well, how long has he been a Raiders fan for? Not that
He's been a Raider fan since Sunday.
Since Sunday?
I converted him. I literally converted him to a Raider fan.
Oh, then you got to get him an old school jersey. Don't get him anybody new. Get him like Howie Long, Al Zeta. Get him something like that. Yeah, Howie Long.
I'll get old school jersey. You can't represent no guys now because they might be here next year. I'm gonna give him somebody that.
Well, that's just it. You give him false hope. He'll be cheering for a guy. Next thing you know, boom, the guy's gone. He's like, "You must do this jersey now. This guy, you got me a jersey I can play. That's not even on the team anymore."
Yeah, I was thinking about Howie Long.
Tell me, Howie Long, Al Zato, Wisniewski, any one of those guys, Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, Otto.
Yeah.
Somebody that's been there the entire career. You know?
Right.
I was
thinking of Howie Long. I was thinking of Wiz. But like I say, he's a new Raider fan, so you know the history of it, but I can teach him in a day.
Well, that's just it. You give him the jersey and you say, listen, now go look up this guy so you're familiar with who he is. So when people start asking you questions about, oh, how'd you become a fan of Howie Long? Then you can sit there and say, well, he was this, this, and this. And,
I'm thinking Wiz. I'm thinking about Wiz and Howie Long. I was thinking both of those. Now I think I'm in Wiz jersey because they don't see too many Wiz jerseys out there. So I'm thinking I'm going to give him a Wiz jersey. Because he was a tough son of a bitch.
What's up, he said Janikowski. Nah, I wouldn't get him Janikowski.
Well, he does drink, but I don't give him. He drinks Irish whiskeys. Because we were drinking a 16-year-old Irish whiskey Saturday night. Man, that was a good time.
Yeah, see, most of these guys are saying the same thing. Like Money Chuck said Upshaw. A few of them are saying Howie Long. Moval agreed Howie Long.
Yeah,
not Incognito. He wasn't here long enough.
Nah, I'm with him now.
Tim Brown's always a good one. Like I said, guys that have been with, and I know people say, well, Tim Brown went to Tampa Bay. I don't count that. He went to Tampa Bay for 1 year, only because we weren't going to re-sign him. So.
Oh yeah, Woodson left to Green Bay. So
Wiz, yeah. Tim Brown, Stabler, Long, Otto, Woodson, yeah. Bolitnikoff, yep, that's another good one.
Yeah.
Bueno says can't go wrong with a Forsyth jersey.
Yeah, you use that to wash his car with. No. No thanks.
Although Donut says to get him a Bowers jersey. I wouldn't even do that, man.
I wouldn't do that.
5 years, man. His contract, we don't take that 5th-year option, or he doesn't want to be here. And
not yet. Bowers, not yet.
Yeah, Woodson's a happy medium for sure. Not too old. Andy's a legend.
I want to give him a jersey that everybody's not wearing all the time, because you don't see that many Wisniewski jersey. You see a lot of Howie Longs and Woodson.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of Wisniewskis, Upshaws, Art Shell. Ottos you see a lot.
Oh, a ton of those. That's the only number you can get that nobody else can wear.
I mean, on the Townsend, that's another one you don't see that often.
They had that in the shop, and the thing they had Townsend and Shell.
You know, you could get Villapiano, Rod Martin, but then you two would both be sitting there with 53s on. It wouldn't look great.
Well, I'm gonna give him a jersey that nobody really wears.
I'm gonna come up behind you guys sitting there with your dual 53 jerseys going on. Oh, look at this cute couple.
I know, right? Oh, they dress up like twins. You know, this guy's like 2 feet taller than me. Whatever. No, but I will give him a jersey that people know of, like old Raider fans and all the Raider fans know of, but they don't see that often. With just to me, I think that's the path I'm going. Because that something was tough.
Jason wants a Lester Hayes one. Lincoln Kennedy, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You know what? Thank you. Who said that? Nick.
Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Lincoln Kennedy's actually a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. You don't see a lot of Plunkets. You don't.
You don't. You got stuff in the Hall of Fame again, but you know how that works. Oh yeah, let me show you this.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not. Not surprised.
No, well, he won 2 Super Bowls, but he had a great All-Star. Season.
Has nothing to do with the Super Bowls, though. You got to remember, Super Bowls are a team thing. The Hall of Fame is what you've done as a player and your accomplishment as a player.
Right.
That's where people get that misconstrued. It's not what you do on the. It's not what the team does. So those Super Bowl wins don't really count. You know, Dan Marino, he didn't win any Super Bowls. Played in one. It was all his personal accolades, all his records that he had broken at the time. Because when he retired, he was the number 1 QB in all statistical categories. You know, yards, touchdowns, completions, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. He was the leader of everything. You know, then when Brett Favre retired, he was the leader of everything. You know?
Yeah, because he has some great seasons, but a non-winning quarterback. Great seasons. Passing yards, touchdown attempts, and all that.
Well, that's also proof that it's not guaranteed you get to the Super Bowl once and lose it. You're going to get there again. Dan Marino got there his rookie year, never saw it again. Didn't even come. Well, I think he made it to an AFC championship game, but never sniffed a Super Bowl again for the rest of his career. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, who you lose
to?
Bo
Jackson's a good one, too, but you see a lot of Bo Jacksons, though. They're everywhere.
There's a ton of Bo Jacksons out there. Yeah, but I like that Lincoln Kennedy and or Wisiewski. I think that'd be good because we're a fan. We know about those guys. So yeah,
Eric Allen wouldn't be a bad one either, though. Too. I'm not back in if we win, but it gives. I'm not back in if we win, but it gives me hope this coaching staff could bring us back to relevance. I'm not.
It's not gonna be this year.
I don't get what he's saying. I'm not back in if we win. I don't get it, Jason. Am I not reading that right? Or I don't know. My brain hurts. Chris, what do you got going on this week? Let everybody know.
This week I have a show tomorrow night with Chewy and Raider Nation Jason called the Cover 3 Show. That's Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Is Jason? I thought I just saw him in the chat too. What's up, Jason? Raider Nation Jason's in the house. Make sure you guys get over to his channel too. Check him out.
Yeah, I popped in on Sunday morning show, the Pillar Show. I popped in for a minute, getting ready for the game. But yeah, so that's tomorrow night, and then I'm off for 2 days.
You're off, like it's a vacation.
Nah, just been a leave off. What about you, Ray? I say Red Nation. You, Jeff, what you
got? Tomorrow night, I have the Most Notorious podcast with Leo Linus and Raider Will from Silver and Black Podcast and James from the military chapter of the Black Hole. Again, that's a Black Hole show. What's up, Raider Nation? Jason, there he is. I see him in the chat now.
Hey, what's up, bud?
And that's where we kind of talk about anything to do with the Black Hole events and things about the chapters, anything that a chapter needs to promote. We bring any president on or anybody from the Black Hole, like Anthony Predator. He's been on with us before. We'll talk a little bit about the game, but nothing too much. We kind of don't dive into the game as much on that show. Wednesday night, the Raider Connection. It's myself again, Leo, Cheeto Linus, LV Raider 10, and a gentleman that's been in the chat most of the show here today too is Jay from Just Raiders, baby. 4 of us are on Wednesday night, and we'll talk about this game, and we'll talk about the preview of the Chiefs game. And then Thursday night, it's myself and Nate on Raiders Coast to Coast. All these shows are 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. And then Chris and I will be back together Friday night on the Friday Night Live show where we do the open mic, where anybody and everybody that wants to join in can come on in once we put the link up. And we talk about, like I said, anything and everything. We'll talk about this week's game. We'll talk about the game coming up. We'll talk about any moves that have happened with the team, any news, anything along that lines. And that's it. Oh, is that your seats?
Yeah, that's how far I was. But you know what? Those things are good. You still can see it. Not everything in detail, but you still can see the field pretty well.
Yeah.
I was like,
was that like a carpet they rolled out?
It was like a tarp.
Damn. Just for that one game, for that one moment. Then what do you do with that big ass thing?
I put in the garage or storage.
Seriously, it's like you spend all that. I'm sure that wasn't cheap. So you spent all that money for that one thing.
Well, no, Mark Davis got billions of dollars, so yeah, no, he ain't spending no expense. But that's what's a lifetime thing for a guy. So no, all expenses didn't really matter. And then they also honored the WNBA champions out there at halftime too, as well. Mark Davis' team. But yeah, it was like cool. And I thought he was gonna do the Raider chant, but he didn't do it. You like say Raiders and the thing, the intro, he didn't do it. No, and the Raiders. I was gonna do that, but no. One thing cool about my buddy, like now he's a converted Raider fan. We was walking in the parking lot, I was getting these Raider chants, and he's like, "What's going on?" That's what they do. He said the game started yet. You gonna hear more of that. Watch how many times you hear it. You count. He lost count after 5. I was like, they'll chant that all game long. And say, get used to it because that's what we do.
Sorry, Dixon. He goes, God damn it, I just got here. I guess I got to rant at Mitch's channel now. And then Duncan goes, why would you watch Mitch?
We put on live from Aaron Nation. This is the Mitch.
Yeah. What's up, Isaiah? Rough season. Pick up Kirk Cousins at this point. Again, somebody mentioned that earlier, and I said, quarterback ain't going to make a difference. Who's our quarterback? It's the offensive line that's the issue. See, even my dogs disagree with that. They're voicing their opinion on how much they don't like that idea and how much they don't like Mitch.
Like I said, you can bring in Mahomes. He won't have a good game with his offensive line.
These fucking dogs, I swear to God. And they bark at nothing. Probably a leaf blew by the window, and the old one's like, ruff, ruff. And then the little one starts.
A bird can fly by the house. They go, I said, dude, what the hell? Yeah, man.
It's ridiculous sometimes. It's funny, though. Right now, it's not funny because it always happens when I'm on a goddamn show. It never fails. I swear to God.
Yeah, so you did fire him, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I just saw it too.
Wow.
How about that W? What's up, Oscar? Win's a win. I'll take it. Just still not happy with what we saw on the field at all. I don't think anybody really was, to be honest with you. It was kind of a lackluster win.
Yeah, that's it. They should have been blown out because they had this.
This is his second season as their coach. All right.
It's the second season? Yeah, it is the second season.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that then. All right.
I thought it was his first. I didn't realize he was here last year. I didn't remember. That makes sense then because Vrabel wasn't there last year. So okay.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. The second season, I can see that. I'm saying that his first season, like, geez, just getting started with a rookie quarterback. Yeah, give the man a chance. But second season, yeah. And what that last year for the quarterback, they had that mayonnaise guy, Levitz.
Who?
Levitz was what's the guy that liked mayonnaise in his coffee?
Oh, Will Levis.
Yeah, where is he at these days?
I have no idea. It wasn't my turn to watch him.
Hey, what's up, Rob Pena? What's up? Welcome to the show. Late. Getting out of here.
Yeah, what's up, Robert? What's going on? I'll give you one right here.
Raiders.
Well, Robert. Well, yeah, he finished 3-14 last year, so yeah, I can see that. Now I can see it. So he won 4 out of what 20-some games? Yeah. Yeah.
And he lost to a team that was just as bad as them.
And then remember they got shut out this year too. They got blown out. Like they didn't score a point.
Yeah, who did they beat last week?
We could do it too. We go outside. We gonna get a shutout? Not, but we didn't. But you know,
who the fuck did they beat? Who was the team they beat?
Cardinals.
Huh?
The Cardinals.
That's who it was. They've only beaten the Cardinals.
A close game. It was like 2
Patriots
points.
are on a tear. They're on a ripper right now.
Yeah,
told you, it's a good thing we played them early in the season before they got used to playing with each other. My God, we played them right now. It wouldn't be a win. Absolutely not.
No.
Nope.
The only thing is the offensive line really is holding us back on that part. The defense did their job this game. And they tried to do their job in the last few games, but they on the field so much because the offense was not consistent, ineffective, no execution. So 3 and out, interception, fumble, and then we're off the field. Defense try to do the best they can. When you're playing 2/3 of the game, you're gonna get tired. You know, and we have a little depth, but we don't have that greatest depth in all the positions. Line, we have good defense line depth, maybe linebackers, cornerbacks, no. Safeties, no. We don't have no depth in that position. So when you're playing out there 2/3 of the game, you're gonna get gassed. Yeah, exactly how we lost a lot of games because our offense couldn't keep the ball long enough.
Next year's draft QB stock is trash. I don't know about that, but
no, they got some good.
You don't understand. People have to understand it's not drafting a rookie quarterback. Even if we drafted a rookie quarterback this year without addressing the offensive line in a better way than what we did, that rookie quarterback wouldn't be doing. Like, if you honestly think Jackson Dart would be doing what he's doing now with this team, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. Cam Ward obviously isn't as good as everybody thought he was because his offensive line is trash. That's a perfect example. Their offensive line is just as bad as ours.
Mm-hmm.
I still think ours is kind of worse. Their offensive line is just as bad as ours. And what's he doing over there? He ain't having that great of a career. He's off to a 1-5 start.
Yep.
You know, you can't bring a rookie quarterback into a team with this type of line unless you address the line first.
Yeah, it's on a draft quarterback.
It's an easy fix right now. That's why we gotta. You know what? I really don't want to get into talking about the draft right now.
Yeah, but with this one quick thing, if you're gonna draft quarterback, I'll say if you're gonna draft quarterback, draft in the later rounds. Don't draft in the first, second, third round. No, we need to fix.
And I agree with Brandon too. Just you can't be drafting a quarterback with an old coach that's only going to be here for a couple more years.
Right.
You know, that's somebody you want to grow with a coach. You know, a coach that could possibly be here for 10, 15 years, depending on how good they get. Right. You know, perfect example. Look at Kansas City. You know, Andy Reid drafted Mahomes, and look what they've done. He's built around him through time.
They grew together. They grew together, so they know each other's tendencies. So, yeah.
You know, that's what you need to do. You can't have an old coach that's only going to be here for 2 or 3 more years and draft a quarterback with that coach. Like even this year, drafting a quarterback wouldn't have been the right option. Not with a coach that's only going to be here as little time as he's got.
Oh, that's right. They lost to the Texans 26-0. I'm not sure what team they lose to. They got shut out. That's the Texans. Yeah. Well, you know, you draft a quarterback, you drop him in the rounds, and whatever we get. You can sit him behind whoever quarterback we would have at that time. But I don't even want to talk about draft right now.
Yeah, and Geno is trash. I mean, he's definitely not what we thought he was going to be. You know, some people sit there and say, "Oh, this is exactly what I thought you were going to get." No, you didn't, because nobody thought our offensive line was going to be this bad. I knew they weren't going to be great, but I didn't think they were going to be this trash. I mean,
Did. Yeah, you did. When they signed Copper, you said it on live air. You can go back and play.
Well, you know what I mean. I didn't think they were going to be this inept where they can't even do simple run blocking. You know where the ball's going. You can control the guy in front of you. You can push him in the direction you want him to go, and you can't even do that.
Well, Parman, unfortunately, on the left side, man, is like not looking good right now. Not looking good.
Colton Miller had a broken bone in his leg, a high ankle sprain, broken bone. So he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah, they didn't say when, how long.
If he even makes it back this season, who knows? Who knows? So we're stuck with Forsyth for now until Grant gets ready. But all right, with that being said, everybody, thanks for being with us for the last 2 hours. We appreciate everybody being here. Chris, I am glad you were able to go to Allegiant for the first time.
Great.
It sounded like you had a hell of a time.
It was fun.
At least you got to see a win out there. We both got to see a win this year. I got to see mine here in New England. You got to see yours in Allegiant for your first trip to Allegiant.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, you didn't have the time to take the tour, huh?
Man, no. We got there. We were like a bunch of lost kids in the zoo. We didn't know where the elephants were or the zebras. We was like walking around trying to find drive around trying to find a parking spot, walk around with the wrong entrance. It was all kind of shit. But I tell you one thing.
You make up the J lot for the tailgate?
I didn't even know where J lot was.
Well, you look for the J.
No, I know, but the numbers up there are like, they kind of small. We was on the seaside, so we was on the seaside. By the time I got the message, like, geez, on the other side of the goddamn stadium, I couldn't walk that far. So I already talked to 805, and I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry to miss you guys, but next time I know what to do."
Yeah, because when he was on his show, I was in the chat. He said, "Make sure you reach out to Chris. Tell him I'll be in J-Lot." I said, "All right."
Yeah, you did. I saw that. But the thing was that those guys were great help. I tell you what, they were great help. I mean, everybody was helpful. So it was good. It was good for that. But that's our first time. Now I know what to do next time I go there. So it was fun. So you went to the game they won. I went to the game they won. So if you go to Philadelphia game, maybe they should win. Maybe they'll win.
I hope so. I don't want to be a wasted trip. It doesn't matter. My wife's going to get to go to her first NFL game, so she's excited.
That's right. Marcus Banks came in the show. I was watching guys a little bit. Hey, Marcus Banks, long time no see, brother.
Yeah, he showed up Saturday night.
Yeah, I saw some of that. Yeah, I ain't seen it in a while. Hey, he's a Tennessee fan. He's the only.
And that's the funny thing. I've been saying it during the week. I'm like, where has Marcus been? And knowing that it's the Tennessee game, and all of a sudden he popped in Friday. I guess he had some health issues going on, so he's been AFK for a while. So I'm glad to see him back, man. We missed him.
Thanks, Marcus. I appreciate that.
We gave him a nice welcome back, man.
Marcus Banks is the only moderator I have that's not a Raider fan. That's much I respect him.
He's one of my first moderators. Him and Sack Mike.
And I didn't know he was a Tennessee fan until later in life. I was like, what? He's still a moderator on my channel. That's how much I respect Marcus Banks.
Sorry, I gotta get back into the Hollywood phase of things.
Anyway. We're going to end this show right now with that.
The problem is with the glasses, I can't even read the screen. It's too dark in here. Even with all these LED lights, I can't see the screen.
We mean too dark. We mean by that.
So, well, everybody, we thank you for being here with us for the last 2 hours and spending your Monday morning, early afternoon, so on and so on. So tonight is Buffalo and Atlanta in Atlanta. So that's gonna be a good game.
There's 2 games tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is, isn't there?
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
I don't know. I don't care. No, I do care. I forgot who it was.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up right now. I forgot. I'm curious.
Go Dodgers! Yeah.
I don't think I got. Oh, it's the Bears and the Commanders. I don't think I have anybody in those games. I got a bunch in the Bills and Falcons game though. I've got Bijan. I've got
So it's
the
the two.
Buffalo kicker. I've got Josh Allen. I
So
got Shakir.
it's the two second-year quarterbacks going against each other, right? The Bears and Commanders.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I might watch that game.
Well, that's the second game. That's
Yeah.
the 8:15 game.
That's the late game, yeah. I might watch it. Just for entertainment value. Don't care either one of those teams win because they don't affect us in any kind of way.
Oh, it's only proof. It's only after a minute, then you'll be able to comment. I put it on subscriber mode. But I appreciate you subscribing to the channel.
I forgot to set that. I forgot to set that up, but it's okay. Picked up a couple of subscribers today. I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. Help me out. Almost there. Like I said, there will be a fancy giveaway when I do get to 500.
Well, I'm at 2,000 now, so I am going to be doing a giveaway soon. We're going to do two different type of giveaways. One is going to be for people that are actual members of my channel. And then we're going to come up with something for people that are subscribers. Okay. So I gotta figure that out, how I'm going to do all that.
Okay.
But I do know that the members package is going to include one of our club chapter T-shirts from the Black Hole. They're actually in. As soon as I get off here, we're running to the printer and we're picking up the shirts.
Oh my God!
Running to our guys.
We got special in a chat. Our Bronco fan, Randy.
Right. I wasn't talking or anything, but that's cool. We're good.
Oh, because I thought you were done. You took a break. I thought you were done. Sorry about that. Go ahead. My bad.
No, there'll be two different packages. The package for the members is going to include the shirt along with the chapter patch, a sticker, and I'm ordering my stickers, my personal stickers today, actually, hopefully. Once those are all in, that's going to be part of that package, and then the subscriber package will be the patch and the stickers. Okay. So might have more than one of those as a giveaway. The member for the shirt is just going to be a one deal. But the other stuff will probably be for a few different ones. Might do like maybe 3. So as like a big thank you to everybody for, getting me to the 2,000. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So awesome. You may now continue and introduce the Bronco fan in the channel.
Oh, I thought you were done. I was to say he popped in. He pops in now and then. He's our resident Bronco.
What's up, Randy N?
He's a resident Bronco fan. So, Randy, you got any more nicknames for us? Because you do that all the time with us.
Will's in the house too. What's up, Will?
Hey, Will. Hey, Will, I already shaved my head, but so you missed it. I shaved it earlier.
Randy, I will tell you this. I would just dump Geno. I wouldn't even waste my time with him. Not worth it. If you get negative points for interceptions, oh, good Lord, that's going to hurt you. Kodak and Kojak from the hood.
Okay.
So you're Kojak from the hood, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's me.
No, you're Kojak. I'm Kodak. The ghost hunter.
Yeah. I couldn't find J-Lot. Just look for the big J on the pole.
I wasn't even thinking about J-Lot. I was trying to find the entrance to the damn game because I was walking around.
Over in Z-Lot at the other end of the stadium, at the end of the pocket.
Yeah, we was in C-Lot. I wasn't worried about the J-Lot at that time. I was trying to find the entrance to the damn game. Like, how do I get in this damn stadium? But I found
my way. What's up, KK? How you doing? I'm doing good, and you? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. So, well, we are 2 hours. I got shit I need to do today. Wife's waiting to leave, so we're going to be going to getting the shirts. Yay! Chapter shirts are in. Yes.
So the consensus was
this weekend, so we can start selling them at the party.
Oh, okay. So the consensus was Kennedy or Wisniewski's for my friend. The jersey. That's what everybody was saying. Kennedy.
We threw out a lot of names. It's what you want to put out.
I think like either Kennedy or Wisniewski's. They got to go in order. But because he's going to be a Raider fan now, so new Raider fan to the nation.
Just get him one that's easy for him to look up and figure out who they were. That's why how we're long so easy.
Oh, that'll be his history lesson. Hey, look this up.
Yeah, there you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate you all. And as I always say, stay safe and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.